Well guys, it seems that this is going to be the last Modulo chapter ever. Holy shit, is that Yuji without that stupid hood? No, but really, I am happy that our guy actually managed to beat the anime protagonist's grown-up haircut curse. But anyway, the chapter starts off with Yuji finally visiting Nobara, who actually gives him a scolding for not visiting her earlier, so he apologizes for it. And straight from there, we go to all of the Rumelians finally deciding that no, they will not exterminate all the Carlians. It's just wrong. Especially considering the fact that a lot of them consider Carlians to be almost like family. From there, we actually get to see the Okotsu siblings getting scolded by their mother, Yuka for actually hiding her illness and challenging Dabura to a fight, and Tsurugi for just going off to Tokyo to fight a random alien, I suppose. So she's not too happy about that. However, what I really liked about this part is the fact that she says that giving birth to them is one of the biggest honors she has ever had, which is obviously a callback to what Maki's mother said to her. And honestly, this is nice. I like it. Cut back to Yuji and Nobara. There's a lengthy conversation between the two of them. Yuji for the most part explains that the reason he didn't step in earlier is because basically he was depressed. He was very long-lived, he was afraid all of his friends would die, and he didn't really want to interfere, especially because he was supposed to be really old by now. However, he finally remembered what he was initially fighting for and claims to never forget again. He also says he wants to go back on the path of actually helping people, and he wants Nobara's help to find that. Now, first of all, he claims that when he dies, his body will become a cursed object. So if cursed energy is ever needed again, somebody can actually eat his corpse in order to obtain cursed energy in the future, and Nobara jokes that they just need somebody who's going to be just as gross as Yuji in the future. Yuji also wants to recruit a bunch of heavenly restriction users in order to basically spawn camp cursed spirits, for lack of a better term. And in the last few pages, we essentially get the Rumelians playing catch with a bunch of humans, and it turns out they find out that Dabura is actually deemed the hero for fighting Mahoraga. We also find out in a brief flashback that Yuji instructed Maru to put all of the blame for this on him, and if he needs any help to call him. We also get to see Maru reflect on everything that's happened so far, and he ends up asking the Okotsu siblings to teach him more about Earth, and Tsurugi replies in the positive. And the very last page is Yuka having a conversation with this girl. I honestly forgot her name, but they're essentially discussing how they're both happy that Yuka is actually fine. It's just too bad that Dabura had to go off planet in order for Yuka to survive, right before we hear a big clack sound, and a lot of people think that this is actually Dabura entering the room. And honestly, I'm not going to argue with them because I think they're right, but that is the end of Modulo. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments. I wish you big love and have